Okay, guys, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I want to welcome everybody to our MLS Bitcoin Club, talking about building the Saturday lifestyle. Now, what is this all about? We're talking about building a Saturday lifestyle. First of all, let me give you a quick thing about that Saturday lifestyle. I want you to think about what it is that most people do on Saturdays, right? They get up when pretty much whenever they feel like it. They go do some chores. They don't have to, they're really working for themselves, right? Most people who don't work on Saturdays. So most people work for themselves on Saturday. Whenever you feel like getting something done or your schedule, you go out and get it done. Nobody's telling you what to do unless you are a husband with a to-do list like me. That's funny. But most people enjoy their Saturdays and doing what they really want to do, right? So, Saturday lifestyle. So, when we talk about a Saturday lifestyle, you actually can build a business every day living a life of the Saturday lifestyle. That's what I do. I live the life of the Saturday lifestyle. And I've been doing that for the last 12 years. And it's been rewarding for me. It's been awesome, right? So some of the wealth building strategies that you have to put in place, guys, is that you as you are building your wealth, and some of you are not started yet. You haven't start building your wealth yet. And I get this, right? So you say, so, okay, I'm looking for something to get going so we can start making money with. We're gonna go through that as well. Okay. So what most people are looking for is some wealth strategies that we teach you to do. Matter of fact, I need to change the slide around because what I really want to do, I need to talk about the five pillars of wealth first. Let me go there. I gotta do that first. All right. So here we are, the five pillars of wealth. Now, when we talk about the five pillars to wealth, these skills that are needed to live the Saturday lifestyle, you gotta have. So you got to have money coming in, right? You got to have money. It doesn't work if you don't have money, because then you got stress. There's so many people right now today, Christmas season, you know, I'm getting phone calls about, I need money to help pay rent. I need money to get some food, or my mortgage is late and I don't want to get kicked out for Christmas. You could you have guys, you have no idea on the amount of people that are requesting help. Food banks, right? Think about the holiday seasons that so many people don't even have food to go to, not even a dinner. They can't even get a Christmas dinner or a Thanksgiving dinner. It's so many things that people or they have lack of because of the decisions they made in the past. Also, because they don't have the knowledge to grow information today. Now that's different. They don't have the knowledge to grow information today. So when we talk about knowledge, talk about the knowledge of the five pillars to wealth. So let's break that down real quick. Okay. So the five pillars to wealth represents your cash flow that's coming in, 3 to 5 streams of income. And we're going to go over some of those things that we do income with, right? 3 to 5 streams. Very important that you understand that your money cannot come from only one source. It must come from at least 3 to 5 sources. Here's the reason why. Because if that one source dries up or messes up or without your control, right? You lost your job, unemployment, got laid off, got fired, and we don't even consider, believe it or not, I do not even consider job income as one of the 3 to 5 sources. That should be outside of the job. The job income can go away at any time, right? I don't care if it's a government job. Sometimes I got a government job. I'm good for, there's so many people got laid off from government jobs. Okay. Look at working with major 500 companies. People get laid off. WorldCom, the whole company was a fraud, right? WorldCom, you look at some other big major companies that just dried up and went away, right? People got laid off working for major airlines. The airlines are no longer here. People got laid off from IBM. People got laid off from Microsoft. People got laid off from, I don't care what company you name, people get laid off. People get laid off in SunTrust, the place I got laid off from, every year during October through December. October through December is layoff time. I got laid off in October, right? That was wow. It was 12 years ago. Never went back to work. But the thing is, you don't count the job income. The job income is not something that you want to put a part of that. Now, so if you got a pension, if you have Social Security, if you have don't count that income as well. Don't count that income. That's not one of your 3 to 5 sources. I want you to create 3 to 5 sources of new cash flow that's coming into you. Okay, so we're gonna show you how to get that done. All right, next thing we're talking about. Number 2, acquire precious metals to include Bitcoin. Now, why is this so important? Because the dollar bill is not backed by anything at all but the good faith of the government. That is it. The dollar bill is only backed by the good faith of the government. Any dollars from any country, whatever they call it, euros, wands, anything, rands from Russia, and any kind of dollar bill in your hand, any kind of paper money in your hand is not backed by anything except the good faith of that government. That is it. And if you saw recently, when it happens to people in Greece, Argentina, the government went into their bank accounts and pulled out money from your bank account without your knowledge. So that's not the best place to keep your money, is in the bank as well, right? That's not real money. So we talk about precious metals, you're not leaving that in the bank, right? Precious metals still holds value throughout its entire history for well over 2,000 years, right? Back in Jesus' days, they used gold and silver. And the richest man in Babylon, that was way before Jesus. That was like 4,000 to 5,000 years ago, and they used gold, silver as a means of exchange. Okay, so we say acquire precious metals to include Bitcoin. Now, why do we say Bitcoin? Bitcoin is only going to be 21 million Bitcoins. All you need is one Bitcoin. We teach you about that. And Bitcoin is projected to go well above $100,000 a coin. And I say well above that, over $100,000 a coin. We've seen Bitcoin go from, personally, I've seen Bitcoin go from $200 when I got started at $486 to go all the way to $20,000 a coin. So that's how long I've been looking at Bitcoin, acquiring Bitcoin, doing things with Bitcoin. So is Bitcoin a means of exchange? Absolutely. Does Bitcoin have value? Absolutely. At the time of December of 2017, Bitcoin could have bought you 11 1-ounce gold coins, 11 of them. Today, that one Bitcoin can buy you about 3 to 4 1-ounce gold coins. So think about what we're saying to you. Is there a store of value in Bitcoin? Absolutely. You could take a Bitcoin and go purchase real gold and stick it in your pocket. So Bitcoin is real. Bitcoin is not going away. If it was going away, I promise you wouldn't be able to you wouldn't buy gold with it. All right. So Bitcoin is definitely something that you want to acquire. No matter what other people say to you, Bitcoin can purchase physical gold. That ought to tell you something. What they're talking about, the talking heads, is not real. It's not real, because if you are not able to purchase real gold, Bitcoin would not have a store of value. All right, so you can go take that Bitcoin that's non-tangible, you can't even touch it, and go exchange it for something physical you can put in your pocket. That is very powerful, guys. All right, next thing we're going to talk about, the infinite banking system. We're going to give you some illustrations about that as well. When you're trying to grow wealth, when you are trying to grow wealth, you have to you have to have a whole life policy, a properly blended whole life policy. There's a very distinction between a whole life policy, a universal life policy. I don't care what name you put in front of the universal life, index, guaranteed, equity, doesn't matter. It's not the same. A properly blended a whole life policy is what you're looking for. And that's what we specialize in. And we help people create that. We're going to give you some examples about that as well. Why do you want that? Because it creates the legacy. It creates the legacy that's going to be transferred to the family, right? So you're talking about 300,000, 500,000, a million, $2 million being transferred to the family, as well as you using the money today, like literally using the money this year, using the money as you're getting started, getting more and more going. The fourth pillar to wealth is learn to trade in today's markets. So what are we talking about? We have our own trading academy. We teach people how to trade in the trade academy. The market went from a low of this year to a very high, all-time high this year. And the stocks, Forex, options, indices, it's just a great place to be when you understand how to be in the markets and make money from it, mainly on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. It's a very powerful concept when you start to learn this skill. This skill will take care of you for your entire life. As long as you got the physical means to think and comprehend, if you got a finger that you can press a button on, you can create cash flow well into your 70s, 80s, and 90s, right? One of my mentors, when I first got started trading back in 2005, 14 years ago, oh my goodness, he was 78 years old at the time. 78 years old. I don't even know if he's still living today, but it was a blessing. It was a blessing for me to keep searching to find the right mentors, and I've been through a lot of mentors to learn how to trade. I spent well over $50,000 to learn how to trade, and it was one of the best money spent. You think about college, how much money people spend on college, and I did not spend that kind of money on college. I did graduate college in 2001. Well, took me over 20 years to learn how to graduate. But in this field of, learning to trade in the markets, this field is a way for you to produce cash flow no matter where you are in the world, no matter where you are, sitting by the pool, on the train, using your phone, at the movies, at dinner, anywhere, traveling the world, anywhere you want, you can press that button and create cash flow. That is the number one skill that doesn't take people. It only takes an internet connection, and that's it. Or if you got a phone, so you can call your broker. But if you got an internet connection, you can make things happen. And the last pillar to wealth is to acquire the knowledge of real estate, right? Acquire the knowledge of real estate. Single family homes, going to duplexes and stuff like that, also getting to commercial real estate, right? Want to get apartment complexes, right? You want to get a 200 unit, 500 unit, 1,000 unit apartment complex. That's the real wealth when it starts to happen, when you start making, $300,000 to $2 million a month, right? So let's go back to number one now. We're going to go back to the first one. It says create 3 to 5 streams of income. 3 to 5 streams of income. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk a little bit about what we have done in the past. All right. And so we're going to talk about the wealth building strategies, what we have already accomplished for our members in 2019. So it's not something that we just coming up with. This is something that we have been doing for the last year. So we started the infinite banking system with all members in March. And we helped members literally create 1 million. Some people got 2 million plus in their family legacy on their policies. I said 2 million plus, and using the money as they see fit. All right, we're going to show you some demonstrations about that. We started the MLS Trading Academy January. Members started learning how to trade. We got there in November. November, we started learning how to trade in 2018, and we just did it the full year So we made a full year right now for members to learn how to trade. And you can just listen to the testimonies of people that learned how to trade with us in the last year. We gave us one time only of $200, and those people jumped on it, and they will tell you that today it was worth every dime, and it went up to 1,000, then it went up to 2,000, 3,000. Today it takes almost eight that well it takes $8,000 today, 8 or 9,000 today, to get started up in our trading academy. However, you could join and get on level 6, and you could be a part of that academy as well. But it's $9,000 today. January, I think it's gonna be 10,000. We're staying at 10,000, right? It was a one-time onlys. Every month was a one-time only until we got to $10,000. People didn't join it. It's okay. But as we keep going, and as more of our members keep getting richer and richer, they will come because we know what we're doing inside the Trade Academy. We really concentrated on the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ in that entire year. We taught our members to become professional traders. So what does that really mean? What do you mean talking about professional trading? We teaching our members the entry points, how to read price action. Like if you talk to most traders in the world, I said in the world, most people would not have an idea on what the entry is. They would not have an idea. Like, where's the entry? How do I know when to jump into a trade? And so we walk through that process with them, right? They understand, the way we set up our charts, right? We got basically 3 different moving averages. Well, really 2 different moving averages. One is just simple and exponential. And then so we dealt with that, and then we taught them how to use Hakanashi bars instead of just candlesticks, but we taught them how to read candlesticks. But more importantly, we taught them how to use the Hakanashi bars, which is very important in our skill set. We also taught them how to use the CCI, the real Woody CCI, right? That was one of my mentors, was Woody. So I got trained by the person that created the real Woody CCI. My actual mentor was Woody. And so it's a real person. And then we also got into John Carter's the BB Squeeze, which I was also trained by John Carter. All right. So just so you guys know, what I'm teaching you is real stuff that's real expensive to learn how to do, and a lot of practice. 10,000 hours of sitting in a chair. That's like 5 years of really trading, studying, and everything like that. I had to sneeze, so I didn't want to sneeze in your ear. So the beautiful thing about this, guys, is that, when we talk about this skill set, talking about this skill set of professional trading, that's something you can take it with you for the rest of your life. And it's a skill that can be transferred to your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. So if you can make it a game, teach them what to do, how to do it, it's going to start growing. That's a skill set that you could take with you for the rest of your life. The other thing we did was started the credit building. You got to have credit. You got to have credit. If you live in America, and most people are, if you live in America, that's, that we're talking to, you have to use credit. You can use your cash, but every time you use your cash, you are using a resource that can be used to create another asset. So when you have credit and you start to build on credit, then you can create more assets that will produce more cash flow that will eliminate the debt, as well as create more cash flow because you can get another asset. And that rotation keeps going around and around. So your circle, that you're circulating your cash flow. We don't spend money. That's one thing that most people talk about. They spend money, spend money, spend money, spend money. I don't spend money. Let me give you an example. So last month, well, up until today, I spent, rephrase that, I circulated $15,000 in just different stuff. What did I use that money for? I invested in some of our members to get started into a program. I invested in stuff for the holiday season. I invested something in another project or program that we're in, right? I use the money to circulate, right? I use some of the money to eliminate some of the debt that created more cash flow, could have gave me more credit to go get more money. So think about what I'm saying to you. It keeps circulating around and around. I never, so when you spend money, that means you never get it back. I circulated money that it comes back around and it comes back twofold, threefold than what I gave out. You got it? What I'm doing. So that's the difference, guys. So when you're looking at, what you're doing and how things are going, look at your words that you're using and start to change those words, right? We circulate money, we don't spend it. Another thing we're gonna really go into is we started the MLS TV service. The TV service, some of you starting to realize, like we actually reduced the people's bills by $100, right? So when you look at what we did, and we also created a way for you as an individual to start making money from it, right? So just think about, you having somebody get started in the TV service for $35, you're making $10 off that service as long as they keep that service every single month. So for example, if you got, let's just say 30, 40 people, you got between 300 to 500 to 600 extra dollars coming in a month because somebody else is enjoying their TV, right? That's the cool thing about it. And it's so clear. People love it. And then we started this new project in December. Now, I started on November the 22nd. So 2 more days I would be in this business absolutely 1 month. And 1 month, got promoted to supervisor, produced well over $4,000, with 3,900. Let's say $3,900 in that time frame, and it's growing like crazy. And we talk about residual income. What you got to understand is when you talk about building residual income. So we have cryptocurrency which is our club, crypto. We help people make instant cash flow every single day. Every single day is payday within this club. Every single day you can receive Bitcoin in your wallet every single day if you have people that are looking forward to start building wealth strategies. Now let's go to this. Talk about our new project. Our new project is talking about tea, coffees. We have the tea. I love the slide that matter of fact Cecilia did. I love the slide. As a matter of fact, Cecilia, I'm going to share that slide today for people that are looking for something. See, can I put this slide here? Hold on for 1 second. I'm actually going to post this slide here because I want people to see what Cecilia had put up, and I loved it because it was real good. It showed what this product is all about. So I'm gonna share this with you guys. All right, and we're gonna add it to this slide here. Hold on for 1 second, because a lot of you think, a lot of you, you think that this is all about this is all about teas and coffees and all that. I'm gonna copy the slide. I'm going to put this slide over here, and I'm going to paste this right here. All right, cool. All right, so let's maximize this again. So a lot of you will think about, I appreciate the slide, Cecilia. So I'm giving you complete credit for this. This is an awesome looking slide here.
Thank you.
So the hard work people do is think about this right here. This tea, this detox tea, 12 essential organic herbs. It's for strokes, fatigue, and dizziness, shortness of breath, chest pain, lower back pain, erectile dysfunction. Think about that. Painful, right? Numb or cold hands and feet. This is what it's going to help do, right? Because of all these different ingredients within this. Now, a lot of people think that it's all about the tea. It's it's like we're going to talk about, I got to add one slide here. it's not, I gotta add one slide right here. I'm gonna duplicate this slide here, and I'm gonna change this because that's gonna be the one slide. And I'm gonna teach you something tonight. Distributorship. Distributorship. Okay. Did I spell it right? I think I did. Yes. All right. So a lot of people think that it's all about the tea. The tea is excellent. We got a lot of products, right? A lot of products. We just got started in this company. Like I said, November the 22nd, most of us, November the 22nd. The team is growing. We got well over 30 people that joined so far, and it's starting to get bigger and bigger every day. People are starting to reach out, talking about money, and people finally start to see what's going on, and they're really loving it. And so the cash flow is absolutely crazy. But the products works. These products are awesome. What's going on right now? Okay. So the thing here is that the people are at a point right now where, wow, I got a product that I can put in my hand and we can give to somebody, and people get the benefit from it. Awesome. I love that. And that's what I'm drinking the coffee. Matter of fact, I'm drinking the coffee right now. I got some cappuccino coffee. I love it. We got, coffees, tea, all these different products. Awesome. But a lot of you believe that like this is the only way you make money, by becoming a seller, a distributor of product. Well, that's not always true. It's not about the tea, the coffees, etc. Except if you are just, you're going to distribute that. The real money comes from what they call distributorship. You got to learn how to be a distributor. Now, what is that? So the people that are doing the teas, that's selling the teas out there, you're doing a great job. You're getting money in your hand to help eliminate the debt, right? When you got product in hand, you can sell it. You're eliminating debt right now because the money is right back in your hand. You can go eliminate debt. We teach you how to join at the $700 level. Now, for all the members that are part of the MLS Bitcoin Club, and for the folks out there that are really looking to make things happen, you want to join at that level. I don't care if you like tea or not. We talking about building cash flow. See, a lot of you are stuck on the tea company, and you shouldn't be stuck on the tea company, because we're not asking you to sell tea. We're teaching you how to create a distributorship, and that's what we're going to focus in on today. So the people that are doing the tea, awesome. People love it. People love the tea, right? Go to door if you want to. You put in your friends and got your website to go to. But guess what? When I'm talking about building wealth, I'm not talking about you selling tea. I'm not talking about you selling coffee or other things. I'm not talking about you selling that. What we're talking about is distributorship. And once you understand distributorship, let's go back to this. This is the real cash flow right here. This is what you really want to be a part of what we're talking about, is distributorship. What is distributorship? Distributorship is when you have an organization. A distributorship is when you have an organization. I'm going to bring another slide up so you got this real quick. When you have an organization that can build wealth with you, along the side of you, and those people that are joining you as a distributor, everything is changing. And I'm going to show you this in a slide right here. I'm gonna bring this slide over. Okay, I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna copy this slide, and we're gonna dump that slide right in here. All right, I'm gonna bring it up so you can see it. Okay. All right, and we're going to change the background on this, because we want the background. This is going to be a slideshow that I'm going to have in the past as well. All right, so let's talk about this. So here is the distributorship. Now, why is this distributorship more important than the teas and the coffees and all the different products that's there? Why is distributorship powerful? Because the distributorship is going to allow you to build franchises all around you. It's going to allow more people to join you in having the products and other corporations with you that's going to help put money in your account. A lot of you are confused. When I talk to people, man, I don't want to be in no tea company. I said, bruh, you're missing the whole deal. It's not about the tea. It's not about the coffee. It's not about the emu oil. It's not about the supplements. It is. Those are great products. I get it. They're great products. But how are you going to build a wealth system? I want you to think of McDonald's. Think of McDonald's, okay? One of the best franchises ran in well over, 50 years. Think about McDonald's. McDonald's is not about the hamburgers. Could you not make a better hamburger than McDonald's? Absolutely. Absolutely. You can make a better hamburger than McDonald's. You can make a better milkshake than McDonald's. You can make a better fish sandwich than McDonald's. Then why is McDonald's so successful? Because the guy that created McDonald's, those brothers, they created McDonald's. They started to develop a system. And then when Ray Kroc came, he saw the potential of having multiple franchises. If you saw the story of McDonald's, not only did he buy them out, he kept the name as well as the land that all the McDonald's was sitting on. They had to rent the land from Ray Kroc. The money was not about the burgers, it was about the land. It was about the system that came in place. So he became a multi-millionaire, let's just say a billionaire. Let's put it that way. Okay? In today's money, he would definitely been well over multi-billion dollars, okay? If he was still alive today. Now, I want you to think about something. Think about where you are today in your home. You personally. Who else is working with you in your home to bring home money? Probably you and your spouse. The children may be making a little bit, not a whole lot. As a matter of fact, most children are leaning on their parents today. This is crazy. Most children that are now in their 30s and 40s are still looking at mama and daddy as though I need help. I got my son with me right now. Daughter with me right now. They in their 30s. My son 40 years old. Fell on hard times. He coming back. Gotta get going. Teaching them the right way to get going. Teaching them how to create what? Business mindset franchise. It's not about the teas and the coffees. Yes, it's there. You got to use it. Help you get the cash flow going. But you got to think about distributorship. Distributorship is what's going to make you rich. The teas and coffees will not make you rich. When you have other teams, which is the distributors, and your franchise is what's going to make you rich. Because they got the teas and the coffees and other distributors that's joining them, which is a part of your team, which is part of your franchise. It's not about the teas and the coffees, the supplements. It's a great product, yes, but distributorship is what's going to make you rich. Distributorship is what you got to focus in on and start building teams. That's why it's very important for you to get your two people. Get your two what? Your two franchises. It's the people are the franchise. And once you get that, once you understand that concept, you are going to be rich. You are going to have no money problems of lack of money. I'm not going to say money problems because all money gives you problems. I'm talking about having the lack of money. So we're going to get rid of the problem of the lack of money. Now, the way you do that within this, you have to elevate in promotions. You have to elevate, like he was talking about today, right? Everybody, and when we say he, I'm talking about Robert Dean. We are part of the same group. We are growing, right? We are all overriding the United States of America. And for all of us that is really looking to find freedom, wealth. If you want, now everybody don't want wealth, but if you're looking to be wealthy, you're looking to finally get off the job after 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. If you're looking to get off that job and really leave with money in hand, because a lot of people retire and they don't really retire. Just so you understand, some of the people that are retiring are going to work at Walmart because the retirement did not produce enough cash flow. You got it? It did not produce enough cash flow. So when you think about what's going on about wealth, right? When I need Wall Street, I need wealth. I need to get to a point where everything I'm doing is creating wealth. Okay, so I want you to see. I'm just going to share this with you. All right, so I'm going to copy this. All right, I'm going to copy this, and we're going to turn this into a slide here for you as well. So we're going to duplicate this slide, and then I'm going to delete this. Okay, talking about rank ups. All right, talking about all this stuff here, and we're going to paste this in here, and we're going to talk about this. All right, we're going to talk about this. All right, so let's present this now. Okay. All right. We're talking about wealth. Talking about growing wealth. The franchise. How big is the franchise for Derry Perkinson? Anybody know the number? What's the number right now? What's the number? Anybody see it? Top right-hand corner.
39.
39. 39 franchises. Good job, Big Al. Good job. 39 franchises. That 39 franchises is going to turn into 150 franchises. The 150 franchises is going to turn into 300 franchises. And this is going to turn into 1,000 franchises. This is going to turn into 3,000 and 5,000 and 10,000 franchises. This is the beginning of wealth. This is the beginning of wealth. When you look at the cash flow that's coming in, see, you stuck on the T. A lot of you are stuck on the T. You got to get off of the T. You got to get off of the T, guys, because this is the real truth. Let me go to another. Hold on for 1 second. I'm going to add another one. We're going to add one more here. Because when you really understand what we got going on, and I'm building this as we speak, right? So you see me doing the whole slideshow right in your face. Paste this. Let's change this background here as well, because this is going to be a new slideshow, right? That we got right here building on the spot for you. Okay. So now when we look at the franchises, now you start looking at this. See? It started out as supervisor. This is only $108, right? In the first month, we took it from $6 to $108 a month. And right now, you're probably saying to yourself, Wall Street, that ain't no money. I said, I agree with you. That ain't no money. But that's not where it stops. See, it didn't stop at qualified affiliate. It didn't stop at apprentice. It didn't stop at apprentice elite. It didn't stop at supervisor. It's going to go to bronze. It's going to go to silver. It's going to go to gold. It's going to go to platinum. It's going to go to sapphire. It's going to go to ruby. It's going to go to emerald. You're talking about 12,000 a month, 5,000, 9,000, 12,000, diamond, 7. In the next 4 months, I'll probably be a diamond. And guess who else can be a diamond? You. If it takes 6 months, if it takes a year, it takes 15 weeks to 25 weeks to hit ruby. This is just my 4th week. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more promotions, right? I'm so close to bronze right now. I got 2,000 points on one side, 1,800 points on the other side, and you're looking at going to bronze is 2,500 points right here. 2,500. So guess what? That'd be at 250. But you think people are not going to be going to get their 2 people? They can start building their franchises, their distributorship, and before you know it, you're going to be a bronze. And then he says, you know what? I'm at 250. That's no money. But before you know it, you're gonna be at silver, making that's $550 a month, and before you know it, you're gonna be gold, making $1,200 a month. And guess what? That's your mortgage. For most of you, that's your mortgage. That's not counting all the other money you're getting. This is not all the money you get. This is just the beginning. See, once you get to the next rank of silver, right? You go to bronze. The next rank is silver. That's the check match. Once you get platinum, that becomes a roll-up check match. That's 20,000 points. Roll-up check matches. Can you imagine that you have 500 distributors? That means people that came in, it's down in the business, 500 of them, and you are receiving a roll-up fast start bonus on all those people every single week. Every time they sign somebody up, you get 5%. That's where it starts. Then Sapphire gets 5%. And if there's no Sapphire between you, if you are a Sapphire and there's no Platinum between you and a Sapphire, you get 10%. And then when you become Ruby, then if there's no Sapphire or Platinum in between you and the Ruby, you're going to get 15%. Wow. Wow. That's crazy to me. This is creating wealth. See, you don't get it. I really had to break this down to you so you understand why are we in this program? Why this program and not the other company? Because in the other company, I could not give you a defined way with making these points real fast that produces what it's doing. In this company, the cash flow is ridiculous. Robert Dean saw it. I saw it. Other leaders see it when they come over here. If they get off their high horse, and come see how powerful this system really is, this thing is going to go. There's going to be well over within the next before the end of the year. Inside the United States, it'll be well over 500,000 people. And guess who's overriding the United States? We are. Whether that's going to be a little bit of money you're going to make, or whether that's going to be a lot of money you're going to make. Now, what do you have to do? What do you physically have to do to start making the money to come the right way? What is it? What is it? Anybody know? What is it? What is it that you really have to do? Is it for you to sell tea?
Invest in a franchise.
Franchise.
Do what?
Invest in a franchise.
Start the franchise. See now some of you starting to get it. It's not about the tea. It's to expand your franchise. Yes, you can sell tea. You could sell a piece of the tea, right? You could sell a piece of the tea. I get it. You could sell a piece of the tea. But guess what that's what you got to do. What do you got to do? What do you have to do? What do you have to do? You have to do what? Expand the franchise. This is what you have to do. All of you that are on here right now, some of your faces that's on this call, it's in this mural. And it's going to get bigger. And it's going to get bigger. And it's going to get bigger. And so some of you are not seeing the whole picture. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying to you. Because once you understand the power of you expanding the franchise for the person that is really creating the distributorship, the distributorship is going to do this. It's going to do 1,500 points, then 2,000 points, then 2,500 points, then 10,000 points. And what? 10,000, 1,200 a month. 10,000 is the number. That's your mortgage. If you worried about your mortgage, if you worried about rent, then you got to get busy and start doing what? Talking to people about expanding your franchise. Share this video with them. Explain to them why it's so important that it's not just about the tea. And for all the folks on Facebook who may be listening to me right now or in the future, or as you're doing a watch party, right? If you guys do, share this video as a watch party, when you really understand what we got going on, this comp plan beats your comp plan any day of the week. It don't matter. You don't have to quit what you're doing to be a part of this company. We're not asking you to stop what you're doing. Of course, we're not doing that, because that's how you're making your money right now. But if you can do the same effort and bring them here and start learning how to create wealth. See, some of you are hoodwinked. You have relationships that you are joining with. You got the rah-rah sessions going on. Over here, there is no rah. I'm not going to rah-rah you. I will not do it. I don't care about the rah-rah. Never was a part of the rah-rah. I only care that you pay me my dividend. And I need a member to explain to the world what is my dividend. Somebody explain that to the world, please. Somebody come online and tell them what that is. What's my dividend?
This is Marlene. Can y'all hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yes, his dividend is to share what we have learned in his club, in the MLS Bitcoin Club, and share it with others so they can do the same in order to learn how to build wealth and pass on to future generations.
All right. Somebody else make it a little bit better than that. It's partially right. What's my dividend? Go ahead, Cecilia.
Our dividend is to utilize the teachings that you're giving us and make it happen. So to follow your lead and make progress by following the 5 pillars of wealth that you're teaching us.
All right, somebody else come in, because I'm missing something. Who can give me my real dividend? What is my dividend?
Your dividend is simply make millionaires and generational wealth and pass it on.
There you go. That's what I needed. That is going to be passed on to the next generation. The dividend that I am requiring from you, that you got to pay me, is that you became financially free, whether it's going to be a millionaire, billionaire, whatever, and you passed it on to your children and your grandchildren. That's my dividend. You know, when Miss Jillian, when Miss Jillian, she almost brought tears to my eyes one day when she said her son, 15 years old, wanted to get into the trading academy and start learning. And they start to understand the trading as we were doing it. They understand what was going on, why we doing insurance, like it's being passed on. Like it brought tears to my eyes, because that transformation from the mother to the children was taking place. That's my dividend. That's my dividend. So the wealth transformation is not the money. A lot of you think it's the money. It's not the money. It's the wisdom that's being transferred when you listen to the richest man in Babylon. When you listen, really focus in on that book, the audio book, the reading, whatever you're going to do. When Arcad told his son, you got to go away for 10 years and come back with a report on how you've done. And here I'm going to give you a bag of gold, and I'm going to give you the 5 what? What did he give him? 5 what? Somebody tell me, what did he give him? 5 what? Come on, guys. Don't tell me you forgot.
The coins.
No! The 5 laws to wealth. The 5 laws to gold. He gave him tablets that had the 5 laws to gold. The knowledge, the wisdom is more important. When Arcad and when his son came back, they brought everybody to this room. And the mother and father were sitting up on the dais. And the son came up and everybody's around them. Son came back 10 years later and they gave a report. And the son started telling the story. He lost everything. He lost his bag of gold that his father gave him. He was homeless. He was stripped of everything. He was sleeping on hard ground. He lost it all. But he found the way back. The only way he found it back, because when he came back to his father in the meeting, and then he told us he planted at his father's foot a bag of equal weight of gold from Nineveh. It was the equal value of weight compared to the gold in Babylon. Gold is gold no matter where it comes from. It's the same value, equal weight. He placed it at his father's foot. Then he called his slave to come up with 2 more bags of gold. And he said, Father, I had nothing left but just the tablets of wisdom, the 5 laws of gold. And he started to quote each law of gold. And he placed the 2 bags at his father's foot to show him that the laws, the knowledge in the laws of gold, the wisdom that it was transferred from his father to him, it was more worth than just a bag of gold you gave me. Here's 2 more bags to show you. And I couldn't even give you all the gold. He became the richest man in Nineveh. He became the richest man in a whole nother city. You got to listen to that book. The stories behind that is what's driving you today. That you're living a story in The Richest Man in Babylon. Whether you choose to keep listening and find your own way, or take the knowledge that I'm dropping, because we're taking that book of The Richest Man in Babylon and we are creating it in your life today. I have created The Richest Man in Babylon off the wisdom and the education that I have spent thousands of dollars on to give to you. You've taken all of my years of knowledge, 58 years of knowledge. I'm 58 years old, of wealth building in the last 15 years. And I'm throwing it at you. And I'm letting you suck it up. And I'm teaching you for free. Well, I'm teaching you for the price. What's the price? To be inside the club. The price is to be inside the club. The club is the wealth of knowledge. It's not just about Bitcoin. It's the wealth transformation that's being transferred to you so you could transfer it to your babies. That's the dividend that you're going to pay me back. Is when your babies become financially free. When your babies start teaching their babies, and those babies start teaching their babies. And before you know it, here is the tools we use to create that wealth. What's one of the tools? The tools is right here. Theta Divina. That's one of the tools. This tool may be here for the next 10, 15 years. Don't know. But are you able to create the cash flow that's going to give you to help you build franchises? Oh my goodness. Could you see it? I met a young man. He passed away. He was a man that I came to love dearly. He was the owner of McDonald's in my area. White gentleman, veteran. He had 11 McDonald's at one time. We used to sit down in the morning and have conversations sometime. He used to go to every morning. He'd have his coffee, talk a little bit, read his paper. And so I sit down with him. I said, Mr. Ray, his name was Ray. I said, Mr. Ray, I said, what made you get into McDonald's back in the day? He said, when I got out of the military, he was a Marine. When I got out of the military, he said, I started to get some things going, and things happened, and I got an opportunity, and I had got some money, and then I said I want to get a franchise. And so the only franchise I thought about was McDonald's. And so there's a lot of things that goes on with McDonald's. But he became very rich, and he got another McDonald's, and he got another McDonald's. He had 11 of them. Then it got too much for him. He said, oh, that's too much. He had to sell some off. So he sold 7. He kept 4. He passed away 2 years ago. His son runs the night shift. He had a daughter that got on drugs. See, don't matter how much money you got. The kid's going to do what they're going to do. But his son started to work at McDonald's. His mother used to ask me about Bitcoin. His daughter used to get Bitcoin to buy the drugs with, because That's the way her mother didn't know what's going on. Father passed away, and now his mom, that's real transformation. That's real wealth transformation. The wife still has the 4 McDonald's. The money is constantly coming in. The son runs one of the McDonald's. She goes to look at the other 3, but she hires great managers to run the business. Guys, in this business, you don't have to hire managers. You don't have to hire staff. You only need you. You are it. But when you create the distributorship, when people sign up with you, when they sign up with you, that distributorship gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and more cash flow starts to drive its way into your life. Can you imagine yourself? Can you see this chart now a little bit different? Do you see the tea company is not really about the tea, about the coffees, about the supplements? Yes, we got great health. We have great health that it does for you. We have awesome products. Yep, awesome. But to build wealth, you gotta think distributorship. This is the cash flow system. This is what you really need. This is how you're going to keep growing. This is in one. My month is not even up yet. I got 2 more days. It's a possibility I could be a bronze in the next 2 days. It's a possibility. But guess what? Within the next month or so, in the next month or so, just because of what I'm doing, I'm going to hit bronze. I'm going to hit silver. I'm going to hit gold. Because I understand the comp plan. I understand that the people that I'm signing up over here will eventually come in to the MLS Bitcoin Club. Because why? They want the knowledge and the wisdom to go behind this. They need the knowledge and the wisdom of this. They need this. They need the 5 pillars of wealth. Your family, copy, everybody needs this. The 5 pillars of wealth. Your entire family needs this. Your cousins, your uncles, your grandchildren, your sons, your daughters, your husbands, and your wives. All of us needs the 5 pillars of wealth. The Bitcoin Club is only the wisdom center. It's the wealth center that drives these knowledge base, that drives this, that drives it. But this distributorship gets bigger, which will also transfer into MLS Bitcoin Club to get bigger, to get bigger, to get bigger. $300,000, $400,000 instantly in the club, instantly in our club. You're talking about people that are coming into the MLS Bitcoin Club and they hitting, $300,000, $400,000 in a matter of months. Yes, we got quick money and we got long-term wealth being built. It's up to you where you want to take your life. So the members that these faces are showing right now, it's up to you to start creating your distributorship. It's up to you to start getting involved because it's a lot bigger and you think you got time. Oh, I got time. I'm only 30. I got time. I'm only 21 years old. Oh, I got time. I'm only 50. Before you know it, you're 60. Before you know it, you're 70. And you still did not create what you should have created in your 20s, 30s, and 40s. You got it? What I'm saying to you is this right here. Let's go back to this. This right here, this is making, if you are 50 years old, you should be an emerald because you need at least 3 times that much coming in. $153,000. See, that's when you're 50. You need at least 150. If you're 30 years old, you should at least have $30,000 somewhere to get your hands on. Guess what? That's platinum. That's it. Somewhere you can be able to get $30,000 coming in. There you go. You got starting to build it up, starting to grow it. You got your cash flow coming in. You got your money coming in. You're ready to get moving. I'm gonna stop talking right now, and I want you, who's been in this program for a while, I want you to start teaching, saying not teaching, because I don't want you to teach. I just want you to give a little bit of your experience, what you've been learning in this club, and why a person should want to get started here. So let's go ahead. I'm going to stop sharing. I want you guys to share now. You go ahead and share your stories and what you think. Share a little bit of what you got going on for them. Let them know what's going on. Okay, go ahead. The mic is open. Somebody do it. Unmute your phones.
Hello, hi. Hi, it's Lady Joe here.
Lady Joe. Yes.
Hello. Hi there. All right. Well, the journey has been an amazing journey. Starting from December of 2017, when I first joined the community. That was at the height of when Bitcoin was close to 20,000 a coin. Coming in starter level on level one, that was about $1,200. Um, the way that I looked at the opportunity and what it was a no-brainer. And also, I knew one thing: I know scared money makes no money, and I knew I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I had the opportunity to use the financial wisdom and the wealth education to get me out of my situation. The professional development got me out of my stinking thinking. I started thinking as a employer and not an employee. I became the lender and not the borrower. I also became the head and not the tail. And it was all thanks to me being able to start my own LLC, start my own 501c3, and actually start living my dreams and turning them into an actual reality. Walking the walk, talking the talk. Acquiring the infinite banking system. Getting the whole life insurance policy opened and closing down the IUL, which wasn't worth the paper it was written on. The family banking system, joining the trading academy. There's been so many dynamics and so many aspects. Getting business financing. I'm actually in my company vehicle right now. I'm talking to you from the car. I'm actually showing you a testimony of part of what I've gained through the club. Because if it wasn't for the education that I received in the club, I wouldn't have been able to put it into practice and actually utilize the education and turn it into a reality. So we're cruising down the highway smoothly simply because I was able to utilize my business credit, and get things that are moving me in the right direction on all levels. So I took everything that was given to me and I'm firing on all cylinders. The final piece of the pie for 2019 was becoming a distributor with the tea aspect. And yeah, it's not only about the tea, it's not only about the coffee, it's not only about the Tonga Alley, it's not only about the Venus or the Mars or anything like that. It's about building a new banking system. We are putting together the 5 pillars to wealth, but we're actually making sure that they are solid. Yeah, there's one thing having the 5 pillars to wealth, but if they're not solid and you're not utilizing them in the right way, again, they're not worth the paper they're written on. But it's a case of jumping in, just if you are given an opportunity and you're not sure what to do with it, just say yes, and the rest is going to work for itself. So I can honestly say from the bottom of my heart, thank you, because every piece of information that has been given to me, I've actually sampled it. And the sweetness in the dessert lies in tasting. That's all Lady Joe's got to say. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. The sweetness is the tasted, and she is tasting wealth, guys. Go ahead, Marlene. Go ahead and share. We call her Chief.
Yes, hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. Man, this journey has been so amazing because being a part of the MLS Trading Academy, the MLS Bitcoin Club, just like you said, the education is priceless because I've learned so much. I didn't know what the 5 pillars to wealth were. And I was going to get rid of one of the 5 pillars to wealth until he was like, oh, don't get rid of that. You need to keep it. Man, I am glad I did because, man, Wall Street, you have so much information and education that you have shared with us. I am so glad I'm a part of this because if I wasn't dedicated to invest in myself and learn all this information, I wouldn't be here right now. I've been here for 2 years now. Man, I'm telling you, I'm staying here as long as I have breath in my body because MLS is basically what it says, massive leverage system. This is all you need. And we are continuously growing, we're expanding. And now with Vita Divina, oh my God, this is it for me because I'm not going nowhere else. So if you're out there and you're on the fence, like Lady Joe said, jump in. Just come on in and the rest is history because this is where it's at. Nobody else has anything out there that is even close to this. So, don't be scared. Like she said, scared money makes no money. And it is so true because you never know what you're getting into until you invest in yourself. And I am so glad I did. So come on, invest in yourself. And like she said, the rest is history.
All right. Wait. Before you go, say it in patois. Talk to him. Got a whole audience out there.
All right. So for the one them I understand me, I gonna say, you don't need to be scared to come on in this business, yeah, because this definitely work. Because if you not see nothing else I work for you, and the one in there, so you have the opportunity for come in and do what you want to do and make the money what you want to make long time, so you can do what you want to do. All right. All of that done.
I love it. So anybody else want to say or give a holler out to what's going on? Talk to them, guys. Anybody else want to share a little bit? You talking to the audience because I'm going to blast this all over the internet. You guys this is it. Talk to them.
Hi, it's me, Cecilia, aka For Real Sil.
Go ahead, Sil.
I just want to say, this has been an absolute journey. I almost missed an opportunity of a lifetime to join the MLS Bitcoin Club because of other stuff that was out there in the air, convoluted and a lot of scams and things going on. And when somebody introduced this to me, I really had to sit back. I listened to one of your web calls. I looked at the plan. I went on the website, and it spoke to me. It said, this is it. Take this, take a good look at this, and take the value that you're seeing in front of you. So I joined, and oh my God, I have learned so much. It's amazing the things that you're doing inside of this club and the things that you have taught us. I have become my own boss. I have opened my LLC. I have attained business credit. I have learned to trade. I've learned to read price action. I have acquired more gold and silver and artifacts and things that are going to be assets for me. I have crypto of all different types, not only Bitcoin. I've learned so much about wealth building, economy, credit, and whole life, becoming my own bank. I've opened my account. I met my limit for 1 year, and I'm going to do it again next year. And it's just an exciting place to be. You're learning. We're a team. We share ideals and our successes and keep each other motivated. And it's a really great space to be in. I'm appreciating everything I'm learning here.
All right. So, Celia, appreciate you. Anybody else? Before we get out of here, one more. We can do one more. Anybody else want to share? All right, Miss Jillian, what's going
on? Hey, good morning, everybody. So everything that Wall Street says has really been very beneficial to our family. Just a little history of myself. I'm a nurse. I'm Jamaican man too, from the island, but I only speak that when I get mad at my children. So, retired Air Force. I'm a nurse of 30 plus years. I still work. My children said yesterday, Mom's retired? I didn't know she was retired because she's still working. Well, yeah, we're going to end that soon. I do network marketing. I've been doing network marketing for years. The current company that I'm in right now, I have been doing for over 10 years. And then when this opportunity came with T. Davina, I initially said, oh, I have the same products. I do the same thing. I can't, switch horses middle of the stream. But then I looked at the compensation plan. I looked at the fact that it's really not about the T. It's about the cash flow and the opportunity. Because actually, if I was the rank if I had the volume in T Divina that I have in my current company, oh, my kids would know I'd be retired because I wouldn't have to work, because the compensation plan in T Divina is absolutely very lucrative. So I asked my husband, what do you think? He said, well, let me think about it and I'll decide. Well, I was crossing my fingers, praying. I was hoping he'd decide in my favor. So he decided, yes, that we're going to do this. And I'm so glad that he did. Because, guys, it's not about the tea. It really isn't. It's about the cash flow, it's about the opportunity. And I have never seen a compensation plan as lucrative as this one. I'm used to, as the higher I get, my residual goes, well, the percentage of what I override goes lower. In this company, the higher you get, it goes up. That makes no sense. They're not thinking about the T either. They're thinking about an opportunity to help those that want to make an opportunity for their families. So I am excited about this opportunity that we've just embarked on. We're going to end out this year with a bang and start 2020 off on the right foot. I'm excited about the MLS Bitcoin Club. Also, too, when I first saw the MLS Bitcoin Club, the person that introduced me, who's no longer here, for the very reason I stayed, he left for the reason that I stayed. He left because he said, I'm not interested in the education. I want the money. I stayed because I'm like, oh my God, the education is absolutely priceless. I have spent thousands of dollars on getting educated in real estate, in trading, in infinite banking system. I've spent all that money and absolutely did nothing with it because the other companies, the other issues, the other educations that I got, they just told you the information and then they upsell you for something else. Well, we can only tell you this much, but you need to buy more to get more. So that didn't work for me. But in the MLS Bitcoin Club, not once has Gary Wall Street ever said, well, I'm gonna give you this amount of information, but in order for you to get the rest of the story, you got to pay more. We pay a $90 a year annual membership fee, which is ridiculous. And he educates and educates and he pours and he pours and he pours and he just gives you all that he has. And if you learn something new, he brings it to the table and he shares it with you. And if he finds that something was wrong, he constantly corrects it. I mean, this education is absolutely phenomenal. It's not about Bitcoin. It's about the education that we get in this club. So I'm very appreciative of the person that introduced me to this club. They left. They're not here. I'm not mad at them. I send them. In fact, their birthday's coming up in like 6 days. I'm going to send them a birthday card and say happy birthday and thank you for dropping me off at the MLS Bitcoin Club because it was one of the best decisions I ever made. The first one was joining the MLS Bitcoin Club, and the second one was joining T Divina. So, Wall Street, thank you. My family thanks you. My entrepreneur son, with the mind that he has, like I told you before, he has his own candy for a quarter company where he's doing like when I saw the founder of T Divina talked about how he got started. He said that his backpack wasn't filled with books. His backpack was filled with candy. And I said, oh my God, that's my son. He walks around with his backpack filled with candy, selling candy, just like Ramos did. So I am like so appreciative of the club, so appreciative of you taking the time, so appreciative of all the members, Lady Joe, Chief, Georgia, Hugh, Ray, and Regina, Huey, all of you all. And I'm so excited to finally meet you guys in January in Atlanta. So thank you, Wall Street.
I am so proud of you. That's the person I was talking about that's paying a dividend because her son, her son is learning. It makes me so proud. It brought tears to my eyes when she told me that. Her and her husband, they said, "Man, this dude really cares." I do. I really do care about you. I do. Even though I'm the founder and CEO, I'm just like you. I'm nobody different. I'm just like you. I grew up in the projects. I don't see myself above anybody, right? I see myself passing on the legacy to a brand new audience that can change their lives. And I just pray that you guys don't waste the opportunity because we never know how long we have, right? So I pray that we don't waste the opportunity that's being given. If you're not in our club, I advise you to jump in the club. If you see this video out there, because it's going to be shared everywhere, if you want to get started with us in T Divina, Whoever is sharing the video with you, I want you to contact them. That's how I want you to do. Contact them. So that means everybody on this call that's a part of the T Davina. If you're not in T Davina yet, then contact your upline to get started with that. If your upline is here, if not, you're gonna be part of my upline. It's all good. But contact your upline. Say, hey, I'm ready to get started in T Davina. Are you in? All you guys to do is say, hey, are you in? Because I'm joining. Whether you join or not, I'm getting ready to get in. So I advise you to contact Wall Street, get started so I can join under you. You got it? So we're trying to keep that whole thing going. We're trying to get you to grow. Get you to grow. It's all about timing. It's all about timing. So if you jump in today, somebody else is jumping in tomorrow. Now you realize you're not in yet, right? But I already showed you about 39 people already got started. It's going to be another 5 or 10 get ready to start up today. The people that I'm communicating with, they're getting ready to get started today. So what does that mean for you? Yeah, I know it's close to Christmas. So what? Christmas, give yourself a present of distributorship that's going to pay you for 3 to 5, 10 years from now. That's going to pay you for Christmas and this next Christmas and the next Christmas and the next Christmas. Don't think of Christmas as only you spending money, but how to start creating cash flow. You're gonna need $700 to play team. $700 on your credit card. I would encourage you to spend $700 on your credit card to join what we're teaching you to do the right way. With that being said, you guys have an awesome, awesome weekend. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow at the Founders Call. We got some brand new stuff we're gonna share with you tomorrow. Guys, I'm excited. We got a call tomorrow as well at 4 p.m. I do a call on Sundays at 4 p.m. for T Davina. We're gonna really break down some products tomorrow. We're gonna go through the the products was back there, and then Sunday night at 9 p.m. I'm gonna do a founders call for MLS Bitcoin Club. You guys have an awesome rest of your day. Anybody else want to share before we get out of here? Anything else you want to share? With that being said, you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Bye bye, everybody. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Have a great evening, everyone.